Hi everybody, welcome to today's class, and I hope the day in the morning is as beautiful for you as it is here. It is a stunning morning. So thank you so much for your company, and if my website's correct, there's quite a few of you who are brand new. So welcome, and we're going to be doing things today that are going to be sort of maybe quite alien to do. The movements are going to be sort of very new to you. Don't worry if you know them or not, it's the taken part that counts. So speaking about the website, I just want to mention one thing. You'll notice, for those of you who are been used to the website, I've changed it a little. There are a couple of pages that have gone now. That's because all my classes are now on this YouTube channel. So the live classes will be here where you're watching now, and if you are somebody that wants to catch up and have access to the catch up and all the other master classes where I teach individual classes about all the movements so that you can pick and choose which one you want to focus on, they're also available on the YouTube channel, but you do have to subscribe to have access to those. So welcome, as I say, and the practice of Qigong for everybody, this is a reminder for you all, whether you've been doing this forever or you've just started now. It's not about being a perfectionist. It's about being a practitioner that comes to the practice on a regular basis, ideally daily. It is that cumulative effect of Qigong that really starts to keep your body moving and supple and build confidence and stamina and strength, but slowly, really slowly, always working to your 70% rule. Now, if you are new, I do suggest you go and have a look at the free videos that are on the YouTube channel at that 70% rule, which is on there. And that's really important mindset to come to this practice with. And this week, I'm going to plan to start a new movement, and it's going to be called Pushing Horizons. And we'll get to that in just a moment. And please also remember that if any of you do subscribe, you have access to contact me at any time as well through the WhatsApp. So you can send me a voice message or a text message, and I can help you with your practice as well. So without further ado, let's settle in. So whether you're sitting or standing, we do Wu Qi. We become Wu Qi, limitless, boundless, endless. Joints off lock. There's no pressure on your knees, but they are off lock slightly. Your feet hip width apart, so your feet are, again, ideally underneath your hips and parallel. Imagine you have two lines drawn down the soles of your feet, and make those two lines parallel. Good. Release the tension from your buttocks, your lower back, and just let your spine hang. Gravity does its work. Everything waist up, including your spine. We just lengthen, not stretch, but lengthen through your spine. Draw your chin in slightly to lengthen your neck. Good. Let's just notice if we have any tension across the brows, temples. So with your eyes closed, on your next inhale, raise your eyebrows as far up into your forehead as you can, keeping your eyes closed. So breathing in, breathing out, release and let go. Again. Again. Good. Your eyes can be open or closed. Place the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth as if you're emphasizing the L for Lego. Where your tongue connects with the roof of your mouth, saying the word Lego, that's where you ideally need to keep the tongue. without tension. It's a bit of a peculiar one, and I'll remind you as the days and weeks go on. Heaven and earth. Sink your mind down into the earth that you're standing on. And be part of the earth. You're not separate to it, but part of it. And with the crown of your head, connect to the heavens. And when I refer to the heavens, it's in a non-religious sense. It means everything up, essentially. The skies, the universe, stars, the planets, the moon, the sun, everything above us. Now balance yourself between heaven and earth. Notice, are you drawn to one direction? If so, bring a little more awareness to the other direction. It's a bit like a seesaw. You'll find your attention, your awareness will go up and down. You'll be drawn up and down, and it's your awareness to keep yourself centered. Breathe in through your nose, down deep into your belly. So ideally we avoid moving the chest as we breathe. It's the belly that moves. Place one hand on your chest and belly. If you wish to, just check where your breathing is at. As you breathe in, lower hand inflates. Breathe out, it returns. Relax your arms. And sink your mind into your belly, your lower dantian. Our minds are very much like the sky. The clear mind is a blue sky, a clear blue sky. And for many of us, we have clouds, which are our thoughts. Some are small little white cotton wool clouds with just small thoughts, light thoughts. And some clouds may be bigger, heavier, darker. That could be stuff that we're going through, that we're dealing with at the moment. We all have them. But those clouds are never permanent. They can come in and out of your sky. And they move with the wind, which is your breath. So always bring your awareness to your breath, which will help you to move those clouds, your thoughts, to reveal your blue sky, your clear mind. Good. And let's transition into our shake. So whether you're sitting down or standing, if you're sitting down, it's tricky to shake your entire body. So do limb by limb, not forgetting your legs. Expelling the stagnant air from your lungs. So don't be shy and breathing audibly. So tilting to the sides, your arms hang like pieces of rope from your shoulders. And remember, you're just shaking to your 70%. And you shouldn't be jarring the body. It's just nice and gentle, and when you get used to it, you'll be looser. But start off nice and gently. So by shaking, we're getting our inner ocean to move around the body. We're helping ourselves to release the tension. And our inner ocean, our bodily fluids, our blood, our qi, can then start to do its magic and heal. It's within the inner ocean that those energy, nutrient-rich properties are. It's all about movement. It's about moving gently, comfortably, confidently, and with purpose. Okay, that's lovely. Shaking. Let's slow that down and transition to the slosh. Widen your stance if you're able to. And a gentle wave-like motion through your body, through your spine, your neck. Breathe freely. Yi Dao, Qi Dao. Use your mind to lead and guide your inner ocean around your body. So it's not just the physical movement. Where your mind goes, your attention is drawn to, your energy goes to. So you could be doing this movement now, but thinking about work or whatever it may be. And that's where you're putting your effort. Well, I invite you to put your effort into yourself. For these 40 minutes that we're together, it's all about you. Not work, not home, nothing else apart from you. So feel and visualize your inner ocean gently sloshing around your body, bringing your awareness to certain parts of the body that you want to pay attention to. So if you've got an area of your body that you want to heal, gently, without too much will, bring your awareness there. Wonderful. Let's transition. Feet back to a normal stance, into swing one. So pivoting around an imaginary pole that connects heaven and earth, that goes through us. So we're always connected to the three treasures. Your lower dantian, the space deep in your belly, drives this movement. So the movement comes from here. Knees forward and gently swing. If you're sitting down, bring your bottom to the front of the chair. That would give you more range to swing. Breathing freely. In through your nose. Out through your nose. And we repeat the movement, each movement several times for the body to get comfortable with it, be confident with what we're asking of it, and also to create an internal warmth where we start to melt our tension. Good. Okay, when you're ready, swing two. So we shift weight from one leg to another. And we turn the leg out from the kwa, here and here. That's what we refer to as the kwa. Keep swinging your arms as you did in the previous swing. And always noticing your knees. Doesn't matter how many times I say that. There'll always be knees that buckle inwards. And I'll show you what I mean by buckling inwards. It's the knee collapses in. We want it to be in the direction of your toes all the time. And connect to the heavens so you don't become very heavy in your legs. Wonderful. And when you're ready, swing 3. One arm swings in front as the other swings behind. Just let the momentum move your arms. It doesn't have to be high. Remember, always work well within your comfort zone. Your comfort zone may well change as you're doing the movement. You might start to tire. And if that's the case, just stop, take a moment. Don't push through barriers. That's not how we do Qigong. That's for everybody's sake. That's good. And slow that down. We're just going to do a few circles. Now, if you are sitting down and you're able to stand, it might be worthwhile standing, holding on to the chair if you need to. Just so we can engage your pelvis, get some mobility, some suppleness, and therefore your spine will start to engage. So we imagine we're standing in a barrel and we're touching all the sides of the barrel as we circle. And it doesn't have to be a big barrel. Breathe. Good, and let's change direction. Good. Slow that down, back to the center, back to Wu Qi. Ting. Notice, listen with your mind, your sensitivity. Breathe. Good. So I invite you to join me in the previous movement. We're going to repeat that a few times and learn the transition to the new movement, pushing horizon. So this movement's called the Golden Orb. Soft wrists. So they're not limp, completely limp. This is completely limp. So I'm literally not trying at all. So I'm just lifting as if I'm a puppet, and my wrists are being lifted up for me so it becomes as effortless as possible. And down. So if you can just look at my wrists as I engage the wrists, my hands, my elbows, and my body sinks and rises just a little. Okay, so that's how we do this arm movement. Using your fingers like a paintbrush as if you're painting. So that gives us the intention that they have a purpose, our fingers, rather than again being limp. So our fingers paint. And we're always engaging the fingers throughout this movement. Okay, so let's start the movement. 1, up and down into our orbs. Up. Engage your fingers. Engage your fingers. Shoulder height and out. Good. Keep engaging your fingers. Keep engaging your fingers. And now you can release that intention with your fingers. Down. Small pulse. Up. Down. Let's do that a few times. Breathe in and out. Long inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, in, out. Again, start again, in, out, in, 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 and out, in, and out. In, out, and once more. Good, a little pulse. Fabulous. Okay, transition. Let me show you first and then we'll do this together. So once I've done my little pulse to finish off the movement, my hands then just float down either side of me and my palms turn to face my body. So from here, that's all that happens. And the bird speaks from the soaring crane. If you remember when we did the bird speaks here, well, the bird speaks essentially, for those of you who haven't done soaring crane before, is your thumb meets all 4 fingers and you create this bird speak, both hands. So once I've done my previous movement, my hands float down to the sides, palms face my body, then I create bird speak. So again, I get that intention that my arms are being lifted like I'm a puppet from my wrists. And this is where we transition. And that's how we transition into the next movement. My hands and arms are quite close to my body without closing my armpit. So it's not here, because this happens and my armpit closes and I don't have the flow down through my arm. So there's a little space in my armpits. My hands are lower than my shoulders. As soon as my hands come to the height of my shoulder or above, again, that creates a whole load of tension in my shoulder, which I'm trying to avoid. So together, let's do this. Do the final pulse of the Golden Orb, up to the middle dantian and down. Your hands float to the sides. We're going to do this super slow. Palms face the body. They don't stop. Create your bird's beaks as the wrists lift either side of you to this point. And just turn, check, make sure everything is good. Now, also to the side. I'm going to turn to the side. You don't need to. But if you look at where my hands are in relation to my body, you'll notice that they're in front of my body, not in line with it. If you do this, try this now. Put your hands up, and if you put them in line with your body, you create quite a bit of tension here across your chest. Now it's okay to open up your chest, but what we don't want to do is create so much tension that it's really stiff around the neck, shoulders and the chest. So it's entirely up to you to play with, because we're all different. So let's find that lovely position for now. That position will change tomorrow and the next day. So it's always in the moment that we are paying attention. So I'll stay to the side and we'll do this together. We'll go with the final pulse of the previous movement. Up, down, good. And then your muscle memory will slowly work and bring your arms to where they're comfortable. Let's do that once more. Up, fabulous. Okay, so now to continue with this movement, pushing horizons. Go to one side, so the head's going to turn, but not the torso. So the head's going to turn in the direction that you're going to start off with, and that doesn't matter. And then as you look in that direction, you extend your hand away. And as you extend your hand away, you're opening up your bird's beak to present your palm. So it goes from this position to this extended position. Now, I'm going to relax this arm here for a moment. I'm not locking out my arm. I'm not locking out my elbow or my shoulder. That again creates blockages. As soon as we lock the joints, that creates blockages. So I lengthen through my soft tissue without locking my joint. So I feel my soft tissue starting to become elastic. And I feel these lines of tension being created. And it's not uncomfortable, but I can feel these lines of tension being created. My wrist is bent and my fingers are, as best as they can, pointing upwards to the heavens. Okay. If you can't get your hand up here, that's fine. You just work to your 70%. Okay, having your arm out here is going to tire it, so relax your arm. Give them a shake out if they do get a bit tiring. Let's do that again. We're always starting off at the end of the previous movement, so we get that transition up and down. Bird's beaks either side. Good. Now let's go to the other side, so we don't wear that one arm out. Look. Extend through your arm, open up your bird's beaks, don't lock. So that's not locked. I'm going to show you what locked looks like for me. That's what locked looks like for me, and that feels really uncomfortable. So I relax my shoulder. And then I bring my hand back in, and as I do, I recreate the bird's beak, and it comes back to where we started. This hand still remains here. It doesn't drop off or do anything. It still remains here. Okay, relax your arms, shake them out. Good. Okay, let's do that again. Up, down. Bird's beaks, arms rise up like you're a puppet. Good, let's go back to the other side. Extend through, open up your palm, fingers point, don't lock. Good, draw it back in, creating your bird's beak as you do. Turn your head to look the other side. Extend, open up your bird's beak, coming back in. So it's like your bird is going for a slow motion, opening its beak and closing it again. So it's opening, closing. Turn the other side, opening, closing, other side. We're just getting a choreography right first, so don't worry about anything else just at this stage. It's about you feeling comfortable. You're going to feel this in your neck and your shoulders. But try and keep them in the placement where I mentioned right at the outset, your hands lower than your shoulders, not in line or past the line of your body, slightly in front. Good. And relax your arms. Shake them out, shake out your legs. So the pushing horizons also includes us moving our legs as well if you're standing, and I'm going to go on to that part tomorrow. To begin with, we need to just get the muscle memory working and finding out where is comfortable for us. And remember, just because this is where we are now, at this present moment, doesn't mean that when you next approach this movement, you're going to be in the same place. It might be in a slightly different place, or you might be more tired, you might have a little bit more pain, or actually you might feel freer in your body. So your position will change accordingly And that's because you are paying attention to where your body is and where you are in that time. It's not about thinking, well, it's not like going to a gym, for instance, and thinking, well, yesterday I managed to push X amounts of weights. Today I have to do that and a bit more to push myself to beat a personal best. That really isn't the approach that we do in Qigong, and it's actually far from the approach that we do. So, and it doesn't mean that we don't ever achieve anything. If anything, we actually achieve more, and our bodies start to listen and get more confident in what we're asking of it. Okay, especially if you haven't come to movement for quite a while. So let's do that again. A couple more practices before we close out today's class. Up, previous movement, this is golden orb, the end of, down. Palms float down either side of your body. Bird's beaks, they float up. Get that sensation they're being lifted for you by the wrists. Good, just check, make sure they're in the right alignment. Fabulous. Choose which direction you want to go in. Extend through your arm. Open up your palm as if you're releasing. Good, come back with your bird's beak. As it comes back, turn your head and out the other side. Come back. Turn your head. Now, don't wait for your hand to be back before you turn your head. Okay? We're going to get onto that a bit more again over the next couple of days, but your head will slowly start to turn as your bird's beak's created. It comes back. And therefore, we don't stop the movement at all. That means the head is continuously turning. Good, and creating these bird's beaks, you again may well feel these lines of tension build here, and that's okay. They're good. I mean, discomfort's fine, pain isn't fine. Okay. Once more each side. And down. Wonderful. Shake out through your legs and your arms. Good, so that's the introduction to pushing horizons, which we're going to continue with for this week. And we will add it into the rest of the form too, as always. Okay, so narrow stance, let's close out today's class. And nice long extended inhale. Extended exhale. Again. Once more. Sink your mind into your lower dantian. And close. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much for your company. Look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.